Welcome on in, everybody. This is the review of Luke Cage. I am Bladen. This is Joe. Luke Cage Season 1. I should have prefaced that at the beginning. We have committed ourselves to rewatching everything in the MCU to build up as much hype as possible for Avengers Secret Wars, the end of the MCU as we know it. He's going to take you through, run down the episodes in this season, and then give you a quick synopsis of the overall season. Then we're going to get into the review.
You know, it'd be fun. We should just do a pre-recorded intro, and then you just add it on, and then we'll just be like, we'll come in and be like, this is this show.
this one
this time.
We're doing this one today.
But, so, episode 1, Moment of Truth. Episode 2, Code of the Streets. Who's gonna take the weight, step into the arena, just to get a rep? Suckers need bodyguards. Manifest, blown up the spot, DWYCK, take it personal, now you're mine, soliloquy of chaos, you know my steez. Before we get into the synopsis, I hate when they use slang in the episode names. It's just, it's not a bad thing, but it frustrates me.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing just to see it, and then if you don't know what it is, you gotta go look it up.
Not that I didn't know.
No, I know. But I'm just saying for other people, it's a little confusing.
It gets frustrating sometimes, but so when a sabotaged experiment gives him super strength and unbreakable skin, Luke Cage becomes a fugitive attempting to rebuild his life in Harlem, and must confront his past and fight a battle for the heart of his city. So, got any hot takes about Luke Cage?
No, this I did enjoy this first season of the show. It's definitely a good season overall. It just didn't hook me in any way, shape, or form. I understand it's good. I know and appreciate the people who put work and effort into making it. It just didn't really grab me in any way.
Yeah, which is understandable. Obviously, and again, of the 4 shows, each one does have its own unique style.
Yes. This show was definitely more of it's definitely more inspired from some different element than Jessica Jones or even Daredevil were.
Yeah.
Daredevil...
And I'm sure when you get to Iron Fist, you'll be like, yeah, this one was way different than...
Yeah, Daredevil, out of all of these shows, feels like the most superhero show.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones feels more like a detective show, and this feels more like a gang violence sort of show.
And then you'll have the army, almost espionage from Punisher.
Yeah,
and then
the ninja stuff from...
Yeah, and then Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, yeah.
It goes a lot more into the hand with Iron Fist, which we're not here to talk about yet.
Not yet.
But
that's in the next video.
Next one. Well, next week's Wednesday episode.
Yes, next week's show is season 1 of Iron Fist. But we're not
so no hot takes, just wasn't quite as gripping. The end of Luke Cage season 1, the gang leader is dead, right?
That's actually something I wanted to get into about the show, and I think a reason why I didn't really get interested in the show as much. It's just the amount of plot twists and switch-ups that happen in this show are because we get a main villain for the show.
Yeah, in the first episode.
Cottonmouth. He is the main gangster. We hear about someone above him, but at first I thought that he was going to grow in power and overtake
and become the leader of everything.
I think it's Diamondback, Diamond Head, something like that.
Something weird.
But he gets killed in halfway through the season, and then I'm thinking that Shades, his right hand man, is gonna take his spot, and he doesn't. And then we get Diamondback come in, and he's Luke Cage's brother out of nowhere. And then we get all the subplots of apparently Luke's wife wasn't actually in love with him. It was it's just there are so many different places this show's going that I couldn't really get invested in any of the plot lines.
If I remember correctly, season 2 was much better than the first season.
Yeah, by the time I got invested in Cottonmouth's character, he was dead. By the time I got invested in Luke Cage, I'm hearing about all the stuff that changes the character of Luke Cage.
Yeah. Which is always frustrating. I get why some people do it, where they're like, oh, like we want you to like this character before you know their backstory, so that way you've already.
But then you reveal the backstory, and it's like
I hate everything else, and it puts everything else he's already done in a different light.
Exactly. Like the whole first season of Jessica Jones, where we see Luke Cage literally leave Jessica Jones over the fact that she killed his wife, and then to come to the point where Luke Cage didn't even love him, and he gave more of a reaction to Jessica Jones about the murder of his wife than finding out his wife and him were never actually in love.
Yeah.
He barely reacts. I mean, sure, he has a temper tantrum and he breaks all the scientist stuff, but like we don't see any real like emotional depth from it.
Yeah.
We get a little bit, but not like
it's
enough.
Got one scene dedicated to it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It just didn't really pull me in any particular way.
Yeah. Well, I think that leads pretty good into the question. Is it a good season?
Yes. I know I've been criticizing it, but I would say it is a good season of TV. Most shows have that problem where the first season is setting up what's going to happen. Yeah. It's building the characters, and that's definitely what this first season was doing.
But see, my problem with that is this is the fourth season of
the Netflix
universe of shows. So you've already had Luke Cage showing up in Jessica Jones. You don't need to be setting him up in this season. Like maybe one or two dedicated
What I would have rather had is if we could have took Luke Cage and Iron Fist, combined them into one show, have it be Heroes for Hire, and then you could have had the Punisher show take place earlier, and Punisher could have been involved in Defenders.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Which I do think they're going down the Heroes for Hire route, because it is confirmed that
I am hoping
Iron Fist and Luke Cage are going to be returning in Daredevil Born Again Season 3.
I am hoping
and it is confirmed that Jessica Jones and Luke Cage have a kid.
Yes.
In the MCU now.
Yeah. But the Season 2 of Luke Cage and the Season 2 of Iron Fist, I think should have been intertwined, which, I mean, you'll get there at some point.
Yeah,
but,
I'll see what happens.
There's certain parts where you feel that they are building up to it, and then you get to like the end of the season, and then it's like it doesn't feel like they wanted to do it at all. It felt like they were only putting Easter eggs in for Heroes for Hire, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we'll just take the rug out from underneath all the fans." And it's like, but that's not good to do.
Yeah, when I think of like Luke Cage and I think of Iron Fist, I think of them as a duo more than not.
Yeah.
Like,
if I remember correctly from the Defenders, they do work off of each other well. Like the actors do very well together.
Chemistry, yeah.
But yeah, no, they should have had a lot more time together.
Yeah.
But
I do think this is a good show.
Yeah. Good first season for Luke Cage.
Yeah. I didn't really notice much CGI used. I think most of the stuff they do in this is practical.
Yeah.
I don't.
The destruction stuff I know is like a lot of plaster work and everything.
Yeah, which I really appreciate. Yeah, and it made the action scenes very cool. I also just love how like Luke Cage fights in this show.
Oh yeah, like very
like when there's a
bulldozer.
Yeah, when there's like, and not even that, he's also very gentle in some ways too. Like,
well, I just mean like the combat.
Oh yeah, he's just moving. He's just going forward. Yeah. But there was the one scene, and I think it was the second to last or the last episode, where there's these two guys robbing a convenience store, and he walks in and he just slaps one of the guys in the back of the head, and he's knocked out.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so. He just walks up behind him, and goes, "Hey," and he's done. And I thought that was so funny.
I mean, he's got.
Because he wouldn't have to punch him.
He wouldn't have to do much.
He just goes and he's
sprawled out.
Yeah,
but
I just thought that was really funny, and he does it multiple times.
I'm trying to remember if it's season 1 or season 2. Does he get shot by the specialized bullets?
Yes, that's actually another thing I wanted to bring up, which we'll bring up later.
Okay.
But
I just wanted to remember because
yes, he does.
I have watched the 2 seasons, but again,
it's been a while,
years ago at this point. But do you think this season fits into the MCU?
Yes, this season, out of all of them, has, and I know I said this in the Jessica Jones review,
just about every single
but this one, out of all of them, has a lot of connections to the MCU and named connections too. We hear a lot about Justin Hammer. and Hammer Industries. That's where the weapon comes from.
That's right.
It's a key part of the season is Justin Hammer's involvement. We get a character in the show who is selling footage of the incident, which he name drops like Captain America and Hulk. Which, why are Captain America and Hulk being referenced so much in these Netflix shows? I feel like it's Captain America, Hulk, and Thor are the ones that get referenced the most.
It might be a copyright thing because of how old those characters are. They might be a little bit more free to use those characters compared to Iron Man, who's a little bit younger.
That is possible,
but I don't know for sure.
We do get a reference to Tony Stark in the show too, and we see a lot of stuff going on with like the aftermath of everything that happened in the MCU up to this point. I think we even get like a name drop of Pepper in this show. I don't know where it would have come in, but I could have swore there was a name drop in here somewhere.
Maybe called her Potts or something.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to remember. Again, years ago for me.
But your favorite character ever, Claire, is a key factor in this show.
See, I don't hate Claire, but I also don't really like her that much. And she gets referred
to as Night Nurse in the show.
I do remember her getting called Night Nurse, specifically from Luke Cage. I think she's a good connection between the shows, but for me personally, I was like...
And it looks like she's going to be an integral character to season 2.
Yes, if I remember correctly, she's a big part of season 2. I think Luke Cage is the one that she's in the most,
because at the end of the show, they were going to go get some coffee, and then he got arrested again.
Coffee. Yeah, but favorite episodes of this season.
You know, it's funny. My favorite episodes are actually the first and the final episode.
Oh, okay.
So the first one got me into the show.
Yeah, because
and then the final ended it. But it's that in between part where I couldn't really just hold on. Because what happened was I have a schedule that I follow while I'm watching the shows. I watch 2 episodes a night, and then the day before before I come over here to record, I watch the last episode. With Luke Cage, I watched the first episode, got through the second episode, and was like, I'm going to put this one down. And then I had to rush through the whole middle part, and then I watched the final episode before I came here. So it didn't hook me in the way where I could just continue to follow that. It's like I wanted to put it off as much as I could. But once I did sit down and watch the whole show, I did appreciate it. And
it gets better at the end. Yeah, which isn't the worst thing, but at the same time, like you kind of want to be hooked through the whole show. Yeah. Like, if you can, obviously, it's better to be invested the whole way through. For sure. But favorite characters?
Luke, obviously, he's up there. They do. I mean, I don't personally know a lot about Luke Cage from the original source material, but just from like what I do know, they did change his character up a lot. Like, he's definitely a more selfless hero in this show. He wants to keep to himself more. And I think that in the original comics, that's the whole point of Heroes for Hire, is that he wants to be paid to be a superhero. And in this show, he explicitly says, I don't want your money. I'm doing this for me. Like, you don't need to pay me. I will protect you. So that was a little weird for me, especially if I thought they were going to go down the Heroes for Hire route. I don't know if they do in the second season, but if they do in the second season, then that's
second season doesn't have Iron Fist for one.
Okay.
I won't spoil it. But the ending of season 2 essentially takes Heroes for Hire off of the table. Like, the ending of season 2 kind of just takes it completely off the table, which you'll understand when you get there. But it's it's not frustrating because the way it ends is not satisfying, but interesting. Okay. So, but the fact that we've had to wait 10 plus years to get the next part of
the next chapter,
Cage, But season 2 takes place after Defenders, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Iron Fist is after this, and then the Defenders.
Yeah, because I thought Jessica Jones had its second season before Defenders.
Season 2 of Jessica Jones is after.
Okay.
Defenders.
Well,
Daredevil's the only show that got a second season before Defenders.
Okay.
And the second season of Daredevil sets up Defenders a lot.
It definitely does. And Iron Fist sets up Defenders as well.
All right.
Which I am really excited to see what you think of Iron Fist, because for me personally, like, I don't hate the show like most people do. I think there is a lot of poor writing choices done, but again, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to it.
I want to talk about that one now, but not yet. So, any other characters that you liked in this?
Pops was a pretty interesting character.
The barbershop guy.
The barbershop guy. Yeah, it hurt when he died, but then I was like, wait, that's like the dad of his ex-wife, and now we know that the ex-wife was like a bad guy. So why? Like,
it became convoluted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely became convoluted after. Honestly, yeah, I think the halfway point from what I'm remembering, like,
yeah, right after Cottonmouth is killed, it just goes off the rails.
Yeah, it goes crazy, and I don't know if they were just like, we have to put so many different things in or whatnot.
Because we have like 4 or 5 main villains of the show. You have Cottonmouth, Diamondback or Diamondhead or
whatever the
you got
that's how much
Shades.
we remember and care about him.
Yeah, you have Shades, and then you have the what's her name? The girl who's running Cottonmouth's sister or cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that backstory is weird, and I don't like that either.
There's a lot of very strange.
And then
Luke Cage.
We have like not a villain, but not like someone we want to work with.
Yeah.
There's
not
so
anti-hero, but team up potential kind of thing.
There's so many plot lines in this show, and I couldn't get attached to a single one of them.
Yeah, no, it's one of those ones where I think if they had taken a little bit more time to
this could have been split into 4 seasons. Out of the first season, like you're gonna have the Cottonmouth thing, and then at the end of the season, he could have been killed, and then you could have gotten into the second season having Diamondback being the main villain. Like,
I feel like that would suck, especially if you build up Cottonmouth through the entire season, and then at the last episode he dies. Like, that would suck.
Yeah, but that's more rewarding than thinking he's gonna be the main villain of the whole show, and then the 4th or 5th episode, he's just killed off.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm trying to remember correctly, the actor who plays I almost said Diamondhead, Cottonmouth, he's the one that they cast for Blade, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Ali something, I can't remember his last name, like Baba Cook or something like that. I don't remember, but I remember him being an interesting villain for Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And frustratingly so that he died.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that stood out to you?
Oh, I forgot to mention, why is there so much sex in these shows?
Yeah, I was debating on putting in a question of like, would you recommend people to watch this? Like, even if it's high ranked, like, would you recommend it? Because I know Daredevil is probably the least.
Yeah, Jessica Jones so far is the most.
Yeah,
but this is a close second.
Yeah,
and I mean the second season of Daredevil with the Elektra stuff.
It still is softer than this. Like, yeah,
I don't know about softer. But there's less of it.
Yeah,
they
it's not as blatant in your face everything kind of thing.
They allude more to it in this show. There's a lot of mentions of going to get coffee, and it's a running joke, and we know what that means. But I think we only really get 1 or 2 scenes like that in the first season. But they're just so in your face, and we flash back to them so often.
Yes, and that is the biggest problem for me. It's like, why we've seen this scene. We don't need to go back to this specific scene again and again.
We get it. You slept with him. We don't need to see it again.
Yeah, no. It wasn't much for subtlety.
No, not at all. But that does play to the show's strengths in some ways.
In certain ways. They were
taking big swings. Some of them landed. Some of them didn't.
I don't know what it is about the term big swings and like it becoming mainstream. Like, every movie that flops at this point,
they were taking
a big swing. I don't know why. And you saying it just brought that up into my mind. I was like, man, why are you saying that for when that's my correlation to the phrase big swings now? Is just like every movie that flops, they were just taking big swings.
And it didn't land.
And it's like, but a big swing should be the one that you want to land the most.
Yeah.
just random tangent there. But anything else stood out?
No, I think that's all I had to say about it.
Okay, then final question. Where would you rank this one?
Now, when we reviewed Jessica Jones, I said that it didn't hook me in the first couple of episodes, but once I was hooked, I was. And I ranked that an A.
Yeah.
Now, this show hooked me at the start, and it got me at the end, but it was that in-between part that struggled for me.
Middling
Yep.
stuff.
So I can't give this show an A ranking. It doesn't deserve to be in the C, so I think I'm going to give it a B. I think this is a B show.
It makes sense.
And I think it's right in the middle, too. Like, it's not great. It's not bad. That's why I put it in B. It's right. It's right
that middle.
It's right
movie.
there.
Yeah.
It could have been. It could not have been. But it wasn't either. So.
Yeah, and I mean that's the whole point of the ranking.
Yep.
And I think that's why, if I remember correctly, that's why we did take the letter F off.
Yeah.
Is so that we could have
that middle spot
in the B rank. But yeah. From what I remember, I completely agree. B rank for Luke Cage.
All right.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about it?
Nope. I think that's all for me.
Okay. So next one is Iron Fist season 1, and then Defenders after that.
Yep. Our next video will be Doctor Strange. Oh no, Doctor Strange has already come out. So our next video will be Guardians Volume 2, then Iron Fist, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then Defenders.
It's a pretty solid lineup.
Yep. All right, so that's all for the review of Luke Cage Season 1. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. Check out the rest of our MCU retrospective. We have gone through the first 2 phases of the MCU. We just kicked off Phase 3, and we're having a lot of fun here. So come join us. And with that all said, we'll see you in the next one.